What if artificial intelligence could help you reprogram your mindset? Not by controlling your thoughts, but by gently showing you the patterns behind them, the ones you never notice, yet keep repeating every day. For 7 days, I gave AI permission to step inside my daily life. It became my coach, my mirror, and sometimes, my challenger. And what happened next completely changed how I see technology and myself. I've always been fascinated by personal growth. I've read the books, listened to the podcasts, taken notes on routines of successful people, but somehow, my own routines never stuck. One week, I'd wake up early, meditate, and feel like I was on fire. The next, I'd be hitting snooze, scrolling endlessly, and drowning in guilt. It was frustrating, like having two versions of myself fighting for control. That's when it hit me, maybe my problem wasn't about habits, it was about code. Maybe I was trying to run new habits on an old mental operating system. And who better to debug a system than AI? So I decided to do something a little crazy. For 7 days, I let AI help me reprogram my mindset, one thought, one behavior, one belief at a time. I used ChatGPT as my personal coach, Notion AI as my planner, and Reflectly AI as my emotional journal. My rule was simple, I had to be honest, brutally honest. Whatever I thought, felt, or feared, I'd feed it to AI. And in return, it would guide me, challenge me, or reframe what I said. Day 1 began like a therapy session with a robot. AI asked, "What's the thought that limits you the most right now?" Without thinking, I wrote, "I'm not consistent. I always start strong and then fail." It replied, "Is that a fact or a feeling? Show me the data." That question stopped me, because I realized I had no data, just assumptions. In that moment, I saw how many of my self-beliefs were built on emotional guesses, not evidence. That night, I wrote, "I waste too much time." AI responded, "Time isn't wasted when you learn from it. Only ignored time is wasted." That line stuck with me. By the end of day 1, something subtle had shifted, not my behavior, but my awareness. Day 2 was about reflection. AI asked me to write 3 unfiltered thoughts each morning, raw, uncensored. It then analyzed them and pointed out emotional patterns. One morning, I wrote, "I feel behind everyone my age." AI replied, "You're comparing your behind the scenes to someone else's highlight reel." Another morning I said, "I'm not disciplined enough." AI replied, "Then define discipline, is it consistency or perfection?" That one question changed how I saw myself. Because I realized I was consistent, just not perfect. And maybe perfection was never the goal. By the end of day 2, I wasn't just journaling, I was debugging my thinking. It's like cleaning a foggy mirror. You don't need to become someone new, you just need to see yourself clearly. On day 3, things got practical. I told AI to help me find where I was wasting focus. Within seconds, it analyzed my schedule and said, "You check your phone 17 times before 10 a.m. That's 45 minutes of mental residue. Let's design a friction barrier." So we did. I created a shortcut on my phone. Whenever I unlocked it during work hours, a message appeared saying, "You're not tired, you're avoiding discomfort. Try 2 more minutes." It was like a gentle tap on the shoulder. Not judgmental. Just a reminder of what I truly wanted. And it worked. That small friction made me pause before opening social apps, and most times, I didn't. By day 4, I'd done more deep work in one morning than I used to do in a full day. I remember one moment vividly. I was about to skip journaling at lunch, thinking, I'll do it later. AI caught me. You don't need later. You need honesty now. So I wrote for 5 minutes. And somehow, that small act reset my whole afternoon. That's when I realized AI wasn't giving me motivation. It was giving me accountability. And accountability builds trust, not just with AI, but with yourself. By day 5, the focus shifted from action to emotion. I asked AI to help me rewrite my negative self-talk. Every time I typed a criticism, it reframed it, calmly, logically, compassionately. I said, I can't stay disciplined. AI replied, every restart is practice. Discipline isn't linear, it's cumulative. I said, I'm not confident around people. AI replied, confidence isn't loud. It's truth spoken softly. That one hit deep. I began to notice how differently I spoke to myself. Less like a bully, more like a coach. At the gym, when I felt like quitting mid-set, I heard that AI voice in my head. Discomfort means data, your limits are talking. On day 6, when I missed a morning task, instead of spiraling, I wrote to AI, I broke my streak. It replied, perfect. Now you can practice recovery, the most underrated skill in growth. That sentence reframed failure entirely for me. I used to think discipline was about never falling. Now I realized it's about how fast you stand back up. By this point, AI wasn't just a tool. It was becoming a kind of digital mirror, one that reflected back not my image, but my potential. It didn't praise me, but it didn't shame me either. It just showed me patterns. And once you see your patterns clearly, you can't unsee them. You start making different choices automatically. I also began noticing subtle mindset shifts. I was less reactive in conversations. I caught myself mid-negativity and chose better thoughts. I didn't chase perfection, I aimed for progress. One night, I caught myself smiling after finishing my journal entry, something I'd never done before. Because for once, I wasn't writing to prove anything. I was writing to understand. On the final day, day 7, I asked the AI one question. So what now? How do I keep this mindset when you're not around? It replied, I didn't reprogram you. You did. I only held up the mirror. And that hit me. Because it was true. AI didn't magically make me productive or peaceful. It simply gave me the space to think with clarity, objectivity, and compassion. In those 7 days, here's what actually changed. 1. My focus. I started working in solid blocks instead of multitasking chaos. 2. My self-talk. I replaced I can't with I'm learning to. 3. My energy. I stopped chasing motivation and started respecting momentum. 4. My emotional recovery. When things went wrong, I bounced back faster because I had context, not judgment. But something deeper changed too. I found gratitude. Because every AI reflection reminded me what it means to be human. We feel. We fall. We question. AI doesn't. It just observes. And that contrast made me appreciate my own emotions even more. There was one quiet evening I'll never forget. It was day 7. The experiment was ending. I closed my laptop, stepped outside, and watched the sunset. Normally I'd record it, post it, share it, like proof that I was living mindfully. But that day, I didn't. I just watched. And in that silence, I realized maybe the point of AI isn't to make us faster. Maybe it's to make us more aware. Because when technology holds up a mirror to our minds, we see just how much of life we've been running on autopilot. After this week, I began using AI differently. Not as a productivity weapon, but as a consciousness amplifier. Now, every morning, I ask it one question. What's one thought I can improve today? And every night, I end my journal with, what did I handle better than yesterday? Those 2 prompts alone have rewired how I see growth. Because mindset isn't something you fix once. It's a language you keep learning, and AI helps translate it for you. So here's the biggest lesson from this whole experiment. Transformation isn't about adding more. It's about seeing more clearly. AI doesn't hand you wisdom. It reflects it back until you finally believe it. If you're trying to build focus, confidence, or consistency, try this tonight. Open any AI chat, and ask, what's the one belief that's holding me back right now? Be honest. Then let AI challenge you, gently, logically, truthfully. You'll be surprised how fast clarity arrives once you start having a dialogue with your own mind. Because at its core, AI isn't replacing human growth. It's reminding us how to be human, with structure, honesty, and reflection. And maybe that's the real power of technology, not to think for us, but to help us think with ourselves. If this story inspired you, hit the like button. It tells the algorithm you value growth content like this. And if you want to keep exploring how AI can help you build focus, confidence, and clarity, subscribe. Next week, I'll test whether AI can actually train discipline in just 5 minutes a day, and trust me, you'll want to see what happens. Thanks for watching, and remember, you don't need to wait for perfect motivation. You just need one honest reflection and the courage to listen to it.